doing a $2.8 million recurring sales tax reduction to agricultural machinery and equipment. It is fondly known as the Farm Bureau bill here in the legislature, but it has, for me locally, I had over the weekend folks talking to me about fencing equipment and that kind of stuff that they pay sales tax on when they're doing it truly for farming purposes. So there's $2.8 million there, Senator Hensley.
For our farmers who, again, are like many industries, are facing some incredible challenges with inflation and some other things that are happening. Our agricultural sales tax has been a bit of a hodgepodge for quite some time, where we have tweaked it here and there with an item or two, but we are going to make a major overhaul in the agricultural sales tax this year, and we're going to treat it like the manufacturing sales tax. That is the model that we're going to use, and that is if you have your certificate from the Department of Revenue and whatever you're buying is used in the process of farming, then it's going to be sales tax will no longer apply.
A lot of times we go to Tractor Supply or Lowe's, and one thing will be tax exempt and the other thing won't, and we can't figure out why.
I mean, we really feel that any input into the plant production should be tax exempt. I mean, of course, we're a little biased, but this is the way we see it.
It's a long time overdue. There's been changes obviously on the state level and the federal level, and we just need to modernize the capturing of the sales tax as it applies to agriculture producers.
I think that's the key word, is modernize, come up to date, get up to date with everything. For instance, a few years ago, we removed the sales tax on tractors, combines, equipment like that, trailers, parts for those implements are tax exempt, but yet the oil, the grease, the fluids and things like that are not exempt, so that doesn't make a great deal of sense. We need to get everything on the same page, simplify it.
Red dye diesel is tax exempt, but the lubricating fluids and oil, all that is not. It's not tax exempt, but the parts and labor for the machinery is tax exempt, and so that it's just kind of a contradiction there. But the law requires for livestock to be fenced in, yet at the same time the fencing materials is not tax exempt, and so it's just a contradiction there. Building materials, the cost of materials to buy some structures are tax exempt while others are not. Waters, there's a contradiction there for people that buy waters for livestock. There's two different types of waters, and one of them are tax exempt and the other one is not.
Originally the cover was fairly expensive, but now it's a minor part of the greenhouse production. We have cooling fans, cooling systems, controllers, water systems. It's just the entire greenhouse itself is quite costly. When we first started, you could build a pretty nice operation for a few $1,000s. Now you're talking about $20,000, $30,000 for a really nice operation. 10% is our basic sales tax. So if we had to pay 10% more, it'd just be a little bit more of a burden to the grower, to the producer, especially somebody young starting out in the industry. It'd be a little bit of a tough hill to overcome.
Hopefully we can convince people that it's the time to do the right thing for this, and so we'll give it a shot.